this video, I'm going to teach you a secret method of guessing a complete stranger's name. Try it with you.
Yeah.
Just think of the first letter, and this might not work. This is really weird. Can you hold out one finger? This is weird, I know. Just think of it. And you tell me if it's right. Just tell me if it's right.
It's right? Yes.
Is it right? Okay, think of the... It's weird. Is that your name?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, that's weird.
Okay, that's really weird. What? Okay, interesting. Okay, that's crazy.
Okay, let's jump right into the method for this really fun, and I wouldn't even call it a trick. It's more a concept or a tool because, I'm going to be honest, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but in the right moment, when the right time presents itself and the opportunity is there, man, this is one of the strongest things I do because literally there's no pre-show. They don't have to write anything down. Nothing is peaked. You don't really have to do any fishing. You can just reveal a stranger's name or multiple strangers. So here's how it works. It uses, drum roll, your phone. Who would have thought? But there's no app. It literally, all you do is you go onto your photos, open any photo, Joe's Pizza, big shout out, and you click on the bottom left, and then you go into AirDrop. We all use it, we all love it, but now obviously if you have your AirDrop turned on, you gotta have your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth turned on. Everyone's close to you right now with an iPhone that has all of that turned on as well, which you'd be surprised, most people will show up right here. Obviously there's no one here right now, so there's only one phone, which is mine, that shows up, but it will literally say iPhone off, Josh, Marie, Kevin, who's ever around you. So if they've never changed their name, you know, it will just say their name. And again, this more often than not, people never change their name. It just stays there. And how I discovered it is I was sitting on a train and there was like a group of teenagers who just trying to send random photos to strangers on the train using AirDrop. So I kept getting this photo on AirDrop asking me to accept it or decline it. So I kept going and decline. I was like, let me go on AirDrop. What is this? And then literally like 5 or 6 names just appeared on the screen. And I was like looking around, and part of the fun was like, is this a Larry? This could be a Larry, you know? And then it was like, wait, let me use this. Ooh, this could be a fun thing. And that's how I sort of evolved. So really quickly, I'm just gonna now show you how I would present this as sort of a magic trick. And I say magic trick because there's obviously a chance that this doesn't work, but I'll show you ways of ensuring that your success rate is much higher when you do try it. But if it doesn't work, it was never meant to be a trick. So you gotta have a few balls, you know, have a couple of balls, and let's do this, all right? So, a few balls. Here's how I would do it. This is my favorite way of doing it in sort of a professional gigging setting. If you do walk around magic, I would approach a group, and traditionally I would introduce myself and get everyone's name. But if I know I wanna do this and I've got a group of 5, 6 people, I'm not gonna ask for their name, okay? So I would do a quick trick, and then I would literally just go on my phone, and then I just open AirDrop, like literally how I just showed you. I see the names come up on the screen, if there's any. If there's none, you know, you're not gonna do it. But if there's names that show up, let's just focus on one. Let's say we just go with a basic, Kevin, right? I see Kevin and I'll just go with Kevin. I put my phone away. You can move on to a different trick right now, or you can do this right away. And it's be like, okay, this is a weird little thing, and this doesn't work all the time. So what I would do is I would just get my stack of billets and just be like, can everyone, and you guys I haven't asked for your names yet, right? Okay, good. Now, can everyone just think of their name? Actually, everyone just think of their first letter. Okay, this is interesting. And then literally I would just write down whatever name I picked, the first letter, I just go K. Now, here's a little subtlety that I would do is if I'm in a group of males and females and I know the name I'm trying to reveal is Kevin, I would turn to a female and show her this sort of billet, okay? So she will now tell me everything I need to know. Okay, so if she reacts with a little smile or like, whoa, I know, okay, there's someone in this group that starts with the letter K. Maybe it's even her, right? Maybe it's even her. So you don't know. But again, a lot of times she will now tell me and look at the person with that name. Okay, so if I didn't see another name starting with a K, like Catherine or whatever, she will, like, if it's not her name, she will look at the person with that name. Okay, like literally quickly, and then I know who it is. But now, obviously, it's still not 100%. So I could just write down Kevin, and there's like, everyone just think, is there someone called Kevin? No. Yes, whatever the situation is. But what I would do now is, because I really want to like start focusing on that person, it's like, okay, someone is really like good at sending me these signals. Whatever, channel it in a Darren Brown, however you want to present this. It's like, can everyone now just see their last letter in front of them? Just their last letter. Oh, I'm getting straight lines again. And then I would just write down, in this case, N, show to her again. There's another reaction. So now I'm 100% sure it's them or him in this case. And then I would just focus on that person and just be like, it might be you. Can you just think of your whole name? And then however you want to reveal it, boom, Kevin, you've got it, right? You can pick multiple names, right? You can look at it and then fish for that. If you don't want to use the billet thing and you want to make this completely propless, you can also just go like, okay, everyone just think of their name. That's too much. Can everyone just maybe focus on that first letter of their name and just say it over and over? Okay, I'm getting K. So someone with a letter K. Now, if there's multiple people again, you know, you have to sort of fish between them, but it depends on how many names you wanted to peak. Now, if there's just one person, okay, let's go with you. Can you just think K, right? Think of a letter somewhere in the middle, and then do your whole mind reading spiel. Oh, it's Kevin. Boom, you've got a trick. If it doesn't work, right? If you maybe get a wrong name, you just be like, isn't Kevin, what is your name? Chris. What's actually everyone's name? And then you just move on. Let me try something with you, Chris, or whatever, right? So that's one way of doing it in the professional sense. If you want to do this in social situations, right? If you want to do this in bars, in a cafeteria, that's a tricky word right there. In a restaurant, right? You can maybe, you know, look it up. Open your airdrop. Part of the fun is like seeing the names and like trying to figure out who it could be. Don't be creepy about it. That's very important. But there's obviously, for example, I shared this with Christian Grace, who similar has been playing around with it as well, because Christian is very talented, and I wasn't surprised that he already discovered this himself. And he did it one time in an elevator. There was only him and two other people. So 2 names popped up. So as he walked out, he said, bye Marie, bye James, and they freaked out. It's not a magic trick in that traditional sense, because he walks away, but for them, it's like, what just happened? Especially if them two don't know each other, it's really fun. Another thing that you can do is, if you want to be extra evil, I've done this as well, is maybe I see a table that I want to approach. They don't know who I am yet, so I just stand close to the table with my phone. I get my names. Maybe there's one name that I like, or maybe 2 names, and then I would just write them down on a billet beforehand. That can just be your prediction, so you can just have that in your pocket somewhere, have that loaded somewhere, and then if it hits and you get a hit on Lisa, you can say, that's so weird, I had a feeling I was going to meet you today. Boom, you've got a reveal there. Look, I'm sure you've already coming up with your own ideas right now, and we want to hear about it. So let us know in the comments. If you're still watching this video, please actually let us know in the comments what are some ideas that you have right now for presenting this. Because, you know, you might as well take the chance. You've already got your phone on you, and like I said, this works more often than not. And every time I'm performing on the right moment, I just check airdrop. And if it doesn't, there's no hit, it doesn't matter. It was never meant to be a trick. But if it does work, can't stress enough how strong this is. Okay, and there's so many different reactions that you get from it. Yeah. So that's it. Let us know in the comments right now. We want to hear about it. Make this an open conversation. And also make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you always get updates when we upload a new video. And that's it. Have a great weekend and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. A German performing for Austrians. Tough crowd, very skeptical, just like expected. But we got a name. Airdrop, baby.